everything to play for now. As we take a look, Nuturn, 86% win rate on Haven. A very fantastic number for them. TNL first on the attack. Let's see how they fare. Cloudburst off the bat, blocking off long axis in case somebody's looking there. Try to fake down into short. In the meantime, hello, finds two with the aggressive double push out from B. Suggest trying to hold it down here at the door. Does barely manage to avoid a lot of these shots. Follows up for a second kill, and oh my god, it's the fastest round that we have seen in quite some time. Just about as fast as the ending of that split series versus TNL, with Vision Strikers, where RB killed 4.
Yep, that just
that was
press reset.
Rapid.
Yeah, that was one of the fastest matches I've seen. I don't even know. Did we even have time to make replays out of that? Like,
No.
Can we even get any? Because that was so darn fast. That's what happens sometimes on pistol rounds. I mean, somebody just starts landing shots with those ghosts. You just find the dinks with the ghost, and then it's all over. All right, they're going to try for B this time. They're on with the eco, TNL, so they're going to rush into B.
Dart into the back, will spot one. Lakia still playing around there. Quite a lot of damage going through onto TS. He'll fall down to 25. They're currently in onto the spike. They are defusing this. That's going to be the nades coming out. They force it to half. Lakia barely manages to get away with 40 HP remaining. Shock darts now going to be used as the smokes dissipate. They hold the crossfire. Ritzy finding one. Exy with the Sheriff finds another. He trying to get the headshot here onto Allow. Will take him down to the end. 2 members left, but Ritzy still lurking in from behind. 40 HP versus Suggest 75. Pushing into the smoke, and Ritzy comes out on top. 4 kills in the round, and TNL will go ahead and tie us up already.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty ready for that. 2 rapid fire rounds here. To start things off. Not what you would expect with these two teams. Usually they're pretty disciplined, pretty mild-mannered in their pace. But you have to, here as TNL, you have to expect from, the fact that they didn't win that last round. It went over pretty quick. And for Nuturn, you got to be ready for that, quick push, that push into B. And they kind of are. I mean, Perry does a good job there dodging a shock dart, actually. A really good kind of game sense being ready for the fact that they're going to throw more utility at that spike, but came down to a 1v1, and what a play there from Ritzy to start.
Yeah, wasn't ready for Ritzy to be that far forward through the smoke. Thought he was going to catch him on the far side of it and be able to get that kill. Did have a brief little pause, but the countdown's beginning again, so we should be going straight back into the action. This is where we can kind of anticipate that things should slow down a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah, will be the rifles coming through for both teams. Effectively, this is a replay of the first round, as we just take another look back since it was so fast. Very much a blink and you miss it.
It's flawless even. Jeez.
It was a very nice pickup from them. But seems like we do have the timer pause yet again, so maybe we're not ready to go back in yet. So apologies for the lie.
You're just a liar, man.
I know. Sorry to disappoint. Seems like TNL may be having some issues over on their side as they look to fix things.
You know what else I realized during the break? So I was thinking about this. Not only do we have Achilleos paper thin ending life, but I could also swap you out. You're worthless in this equation, right?
So I could put Artosis.
Yeah. I don't even need you for my ape team.
Well, too bad. He's got a clause in his contract that he will cast no days with paper thin. So
he specifically set it up because he's like, oh god,
I get to play with everybody else.
You're stuck with me, buddy. Sucker.
But yeah,
you got baited into that pretty hard.
Well, it is what it is. I think I can survive.
You'll be all right. All right.
As long as we just, as long as the pauses don't come in, as long as we had.
Well, then we're
2 days ago.
really screwed.
Yeah, with me and Tasteless, because that was what a whale of a time we had. Just talking.
What did you guys talk about? I fast forwarded
everything and anything just about when you get down to 30
like,
30
what
plus
did you have
minutes.
For breakfast this morning? Well, I had sausage and eggs.
What was the longest and most stupid pause that you've ever been through? Things like that. Which I think I take the cake for when it comes down to most casters' experience.
What's the best book you've ever read? I don't know.
That's actually really tough.
That's tough. I know. Like those questions, like what's your favorite movie? What's the best TV show? Those are always really hard to answer.
For me, the movie's easy. but
What?
book is very difficult.
No, wait. Okay, so just so everybody at home knows, Achilleos loves movies, like
Yes.
more than your average human being.
I used to have my top 14 like ironclad locked in.
So you had like a list.
yeah,
That's fine. I do that sometimes.
But that's gotten shaken up a little bit. But I think my top 4 is pretty.
But you
laid
you don't
out.
even have to like think about it. You have a favorite movie and you're just like, bang, that's it.
Well, there's 2 tied for the top. It's Shaun of the Dead, Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So
Those are very different movies.
Oh, they're very different. But that's first and second place, basically tied and interchangeable. After that, it would be Return of the King.
Oh, that's fair. Those are great movies.
And then probably Citizen Kane. And after that, it starts getting a little blurry.
You know, I've never seen Citizen. I've been meaning to watch Citizen Kane. Never seen it.
Man,
I'm not like a huge movie guy though.
It's one of those things where, like, if you're the kind of person who thinks that like, you can't watch like an old movie because it looks dated or whatever, that kind of thing, then it's definitely not for you. But if you
I don't care about that.
Yeah, if you can just appreciate how good a movie is for how it's made and the time that it took place in, then it is fascinating to watch. It's so good. It invented a lot of different techniques that are still used today. I mean, the way that it was made is just it's beautiful movie. The matte paintings that were used in it were great, and the whole story around it is phenomenal. Which is why there's so many movies made about the making of Citizen Kane.
Yeah,
like most recently we had Mank, which was made by
Rosebud, right?
David Fincher. I think there was one like that. There's RKO. I forget the exact name of the studio number that they filmed it in. But there's one there that has Liv Schreiber and a bunch of other people in it.
Liv Schreiber. Oh.
Where John Malkovich plays Mankiewicz.
See what I did here, chat? I just got Achilleos talking about movies. I didn't have to say anything that whole
And
time.
we're through the boss.
Boom.
Just like that.
Nailed it.
Easy clap. But here we go. An aggressive push forward up a lobby right now for multiple members, but TS is holding the angle. Gets the headshot here with the Vandal. Is he going to be ready for 3 more people is kind of the question, though. He'll throw out the Cloud Burst. Shouldn't have any information about Solo being pushed up onto this left side, but there's another one. They will go ahead, double peek. They find the kill, but that's a 2-for-1. So if you're TNL, you're still going to be quite happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good start. And there's another one getting the headshot on to Solo. So for TNL, second round looking pretty good. They're going to push it into B again. Look to try to get the spike down. And they're going to be planting it. Owl Drone out as well to check out the mid window, see if anybody's going to be lurking, coming from behind, as they know. And there's Perry over on the other side. He loves to do that kind of thing, but he hasn't gotten all the way over there yet. And it's going to be Allow, first one up to try to do something about this. I think he should be pretty patient.
He has so many angles to clear right now.
Right.
One lurking in the back. Player on the side does manage to find Ritzy. One in the cubby, one close, finds the close one. 3 kills for Allow before getting taken out. Now it's a 1v2 attempt for Perry, who is lurking way into the back, looking to try to catch some exits.
Yeah, I know it's a 4v2 there, and that's really, really tough. Perry just never felt comfortable to get up there. At least they got 2 kills out of that. Might get another exit. Can he get another?
Oh, he can. All right, so that is about as good as it gets with still losing the round. So TNL will pick up the round victory, but all the guns out of their hands as Perry holds on to his own. So it's a feels bad, but you feel less bad, you know?
Yeah, well, I get what Perry's doing. I was a little bit kind of like hemming and hawing about it. I was like, well, Lau's in there. He just got a double. If he's like coming at the same time, maybe they can actually win that round. But at the end of the day, that like feels like a win. Like, that's the worst part. Even though TNL actually wins the round, you come out of that one and you're like, did we win?
Perry getting everybody, it's like getting a lollipop when you get a shot at the doctor when you're a kid. It hurts, it sucks, you hate it, you don't want to do it again, but you get the lollipop.
But you got the lollipop.
So there's that.
That's fair. That's a really good analogy.
So he gets himself the lolly, but he's going to be hoping that he just doesn't need to get any more vaccinations after that.
I'll take all the vaccinations right now.
That's
just
true.
Inject them into me.
Waiting now. TS again holding this angle. Trying to see if anybody's going to get saucy and push up through that A-long yet again. Perry this time will be the first one to fall. Bulldog out from Exy. Going with a budget rifle, does manage. Find a nice kill, so Jess will recover the weapon. Nade bounce off the side. Allow. Mows him down with the knife. Spots one. Gets a tag into the rear there of Godlike, chunking him to half HP.
It's a great setup off of that paint shells for Allow. He knows pretty much where they have to be. They're either going to have to back up or push forward into the left because of where the paint shells are going to land on the right. That's really well done.
It's a really tight-knit spot here from Solo. The Cloudburst comes out just to potentially fake it at long. He'll start advancing forward, though, as TS gets himself set up top, but doesn't check the left angle first. Suggest will manage to find two, as it's now Echo on his lonesome, and Allow hounds him down, finds another triple here in the round, and Nuturn will swing this back into their favor, 2-2.
Yep, great job. It was a nice opening pick, but reacting so quickly to that is Nuturn with Allow and Suggest. And again, just a great setup there. Suggest throws the paint shells, Allow pushes up with the Blade Storm, gets the double. You know, again, you know that they're going to have to do one of two things in that spot, either push back or push forward to, you know, your left if you're Allow. And it's he's right and ready for it. Great play, great setup, great finish as well through that wall, getting a couple nice wall bangs for Suggest. That's why we talked about Suggest as one of these players you got to watch for Nuturn.
Double fault line exchange as Allow gets himself parked up on top of the box. Will drop back as the flashpoint's going to fly. Solo pulls away before taking any damage, and Allow is holding the angle. Gets rid of TS. Now the push out comes through. Rocket from Xe will eliminate one, but he is all on its lonesome with a Sheriff. Finds an extra kill on the back end, but 3 members strong. Nuturn will get themselves a third round, 3-2 now the score.
Yeah, that's bad news when Solo's able to get away from that because he sees everybody down there. He can relay that information, and he's breached, so he can make things harder to push up through that narrow angle once he recovers from the flash himself. You know, that's a tough one there for TNL. They tried to make a fast rush, just didn't pay off. It got scouted out really well here, and you can see, look at how they're blinded. They're all coming in. They have no idea where anybody is when they push through that door. There's crossfires everywhere for Nuturn. Really well done by Solo.
Allow going to be looking out the garage doors here for a pick. 2 members to potentially choose from. Shots come out. He's not ready for the lineup, so does go ahead and pull back. Showing a bit of respect, but they get the confirmation that there's going to be an operator on this defense, and now have to really think about playing around Allow. Lakia, for now, just going to be holding things down over at A long. Is the only one here at the moment. Suggest getting an inkling of an idea that maybe they were going to be creeping, you know, forward towards garage, maybe go for the C long play, but given that they haven't seen anything, he will rotate back over. Meanwhile, Solo gets himself well in behind the team and could absolutely catch them off guard. Perry's starting to check behind, or Ritzy rather starting to check behind, but it's actually going to be Echo, who does manage to get that kill. But Jess with a rocket managed to find one. Lakia will take out another 2. 3v2 the advantage as the spike is not yet down, and Lakia, caught in hell with the paranoia ticking, does fall.
So the rotate was already on for the other members of Nuturn when the push was happening for TNL. So Nuturn recognized this really well. Lakia doing a great job picking up 2, giving this, giving them a pretty good chance to have this even fight. Allow goes right into heaven with that operator, as you would expect. Perry's going to try to come through a link, and let's see what he's got. He's got a paranoia. He's got a chance.
We're just waiting. Lob that dark cover. Cutting off short access. Shots coming through. Here's that there's one in the corner, but Echo manages to strike him down. Allow pushing forward. Will drop that operator down to the ground. Knows that they're not going to be taking it for themselves, but just didn't really have a way of reliably getting out to try and save. So we continue to just trade back and forth.
Yeah, it's good recognition by Nuturn to move into position quickly, but it's better execution from TNL. This time, Solo, as good as this play was in the last round, this round gets picked out pretty early. Can't really be there to kind of buy time to cause chaos to disrupt what TNL wants to do. Even Lakia playing really good, but a great paranoia from Ritzy. Catches him underneath help, and that falls. That's the rest of the round from there. Trying to peek out, you know, from that smoke, but that paranoia comes through, but he doesn't really play off of it very quickly from Perry's paranoia. He just kind of tries to come around the corner, gets smoked, and he can just wait for him to come out of there.
Well, slowing things down considerably now. Both teams at a pretty critical juncture as far as the economy is concerned, given how swingy this has been. Everybody having rifles at the moment. So, do not want to lose out on this round, or else you're going to be offset, and that's going to let the team start to break away.
Well, TS, see if he can catch Solo peeking out there. And the fault line's going to catch the drone. Here goes TS starting to poke out. He's going to see the side of Solo. Solo doesn't like what he's got, doesn't like the angle, going to back up into the site. The rest of TNL moving back towards garage and C, and talk about it a lot. An important part of taking C, if you can get through garage and control it, you really give yourself a good chance to lock the site down.
Yeah, Boombot to B, flashpoint into the garage. They all start rushing in. Suggest on the corner, trying to spray through the smoke, but doesn't get the hit here on the TS. Ritzy mows down 2. Still very much alive and in the fight now as it's just Solo left to his own devices. Spike planted. Gets around well into the back, but says, nope, don't want anything to do with that.
Nope.
We'll just kind of hang back here in the spawn.
Yeah, just go for exits. There's no other point. Your team got pretty well handled there. And again, they pushed through a couple different angles. Suggest never really able to get a grip on his gun and find any shots. And that's a big part of that. If he had been able to get 1 or 2 in there, that'd been pretty good. But it's a good proper jet play from TS there. You know, smoke's right on top of the spike site. Tailwind's right into it. It makes it hard for Suggest to line up those shots even. You've got the entry. You've revealed the location of Suggest in a way because of his shooting. Excellent execution by TNL.
Yep, very well done to go ahead and give themselves a minor little lead so far. 2 rounds in a row. It's going to set themselves up quite nicely as far as the cash is concerned. Nuturn, looks like we might have a pause coming up as Solo's hand raises into the air. And that will be the case. Headset's off, so seems like there's going to be some sort of minor issue to get taken care of. So, you know, what else you want to know about movies? Screw it.
I'm good. we did that.
I have nothing else, Paperton.
I know.
It's the only thing I can talk about.
You do really love the movies, man. Yeah, I'm really curious how Nuturn's gonna turn this around. Seems like, yeah, there's some kind of issue. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll get it started here pretty soon, I'm sure.
He's got the earbuds back in, and he's getting ready to throw on his you know, helicopter pilot's helmet. Or headset, I should say.
Oh, God, it does look like that. I was trying to figure out what it looked like, and you're right, the helicopter.
I think, I forget who was the one of the first ones to start using that. I think it actually might have been contenders for Overwatch. We started using these headsets to just block out the noise.
Yeah, you'd think if they work in a helicopter, they probably work pretty well in an esports stadium.
Yeah, I mean, those that's what they are. They are straight up, like, military or pilot use headsets to just cancel noise.
That makes a lot of sense.
So especially, you know, in a post-COVID era, whenever we can get there, and you have, you know, a screaming audience in front of you, helps a lot.
Yeah, we don't have a screaming audience today, unfortunately.
Not yet, but
Not
hopefully
yet.
soon.
Not yet.
Just, you know, it's on the horizon. Vaccinations rolling out.
That's right. We're getting there.
We got to get our jabs pretty soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. Like I said, give it to me, baby.
Yep. Right into the vein.
There's no hesitation. No hesitation.
Well, I guess you don't put a vaccination directly into your vein.
No.
Stick it in the arm.
In the arm. Yeah.
But all right, the timer's moving yet again, so we can carry on.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Okay, new turn. I mean, okay, so enough to buy again, but I mean, team credits. Look at the difference here. Just over 3K for them, 15,000 for the side of TNL. So with these last few round victories, have absolutely set themselves up for the future.
Yeah.
So new turn, if they can swing this, kind of need to win, you know, 2 more in a row to be able to start offsetting any of that economy. Allow not quite ready for their feet to come pushing forward. So it doesn't have the angle, but on the re-peek will find Exy. Does get stunned up, but Lakia finds another kill. So suddenly advantage very much to the side of Nuturn as Ritzy tries his damnedest to equalize. Finds one, the drop down, Suggest is ready for it, gets him in the scope. And Echo is the last one left alive, rotating the spike back through a lobby.
Yeah, Allow gets the early spot this time, even though he doesn't land any shots, backs up pretty quickly, keeps himself alive, puts himself right in that corner, and all of a sudden, it's a huge crossfire setup for Nuturn on this, but Echo still has a spike, still has a dream. Gonna head all the way over to C. He's got to be careful about it, of course. He doesn't know for sure if anybody's left A yet, and nobody has. They're just completely...
Which is very shocking.
It is.
I mean, this is them, you know, trying to call like maybe a double bluff. He's gonna peek out towards spawn, but the timing is a little bit lost on him. Slow down as the wall comes through from Solo. You'd think that they would want to send somebody else, but he will call it out. Yep, Spike's being planted, gets the spot on him, holds. Doesn't go for the shot yet. I like the patience here from Solos, trying to get the jump on him. Opens up. Just a little bit of damage. Goes in for the tag, and Echo, really great one-tap. He pushes around the corner. Shock Dart's now out over the top. Hunter's Fury is available, but Allow will get the kill, and Nuturn will get the defuse.
Tied up, 4-4. Now you better believe this one's going to be a back and forth on this map. This is it. You know, both of these teams are really good at this map. They both really like this map. You'll hear them talk a lot about a lot of the older, quote-unquote, Vision Strikers, or not the Vision Strikers, but the Valorant. I'm like, there's only one team in Korea. It's Vision Strikers. No. There's plenty of really good teams here in Korea. The older Korean Valorant teams really like Haven. Like, you talk to all the ones who've been kind of playing since the get-go.
Yeah.
They all love Haven. They all love it. I don't blame them. It's a great map. I was skeptical at first, but now I'm a believer. I've been converted.
I've been preaching it since day one.
You converted me.
Best map in the game. One of the best maps to watch the pros play on, especially when it's two squads that are, you know, just so very well practiced on it. Take a look at the replays here while we do have another pause. So, hopefully, guys, we will have it all taken care of soon so we can carry on. But maybe, just maybe, I'm cursed.
You are.
It could happen. You know,
Solo. You cursed him.
For those who know, Wolf, you know, from whether it's from the LCK, from Overwatch, from StarCraft, etc., he and I have always kind of been cursed with getting pauses and very long series. So,
yeah.
Maybe it's just carried on through me. Maybe I'm the problem.
What can we do to uncurse you? Like, what kind of like voodoo do we have to do? Like, do I need to make like a Seth doll?
I mean,
and
an
like
exorcism.
So how?
We need a cross, some holy water, and a priest.
But we gotta find something because it's Wolf's curse. I think that's carried over to you. Like
maybe
I'm gonna just blame Wolf for this. So let's.
Maybe we need a. Okay, we can get a Korean shaman instead.
Yeah. But
and
like
do one of those rituals.
But what do we need, like, to get rid of the Wolf curse? I mean, he's the Budae guy, right? Which is a soup that's popular here in Korea, but he's well known for it. What's the opposite of that?
The opposite of Budae?
Yeah.
Good food? I'm just kidding. I actually really love Budae. I just love to give I just love to give Wolf some trouble over it from time to time, but
that was
I don't know.
Well
I mean it's translated to military stew, so
Yeah. It's like an army camp stew. So if people don't know that the history behind this dish is that during the Korean War, like things were kind of rough, of course. It's a war.
Yeah.
So what the Korean people would do is they would make soups and other things out of the
literally
food
everything
from
that you
the military camps of the other armies and stuff. Yeah. So it's Spam and hot dogs
and, instant ramen noodles, just kind of in a spicy broth, green onion,
it's delicious.
Ground beef, baked beans, basically anything that they could get. A lot of stuff was, kind of like non-perishable goods or came in a can. They do it all together, and it's stuck around through all these years, and it is very, very tasty. I just, I like to just throw some shade at Wolf every now and then.
We all do.
But yeah, as far as what the inverse of that is, I really don't. know.
I don't have anything.
My brain's not
something
quite functioning.
Fresh, like some fresh good food. There's actually kimchi in it.
Something that's made only with extremely perishable foods, I guess. So like a himmeltong or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Something with seafood.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be the inverse, but I don't know. All I do know is that we're still in a pause.
We are paused.
We
wait again, and you can blame this guy. He's already accepted it.
It is what it is. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I have to, I apologized to Tasteless the other night after everything that we had.
You don't ever apologize.
And it just seems like I'm keeping it coming.
You don't have to apologize to Tasteless. He doesn't deserve that.
He's been working long enough. He can survive through a couple more pauses. His career's only spanned over a decade.
Yeah,
so, I think that he's going to be well versed enough to get through those, and can definitely just kind of suck it up.
He's much more entertaining than us. That's for sure.
The guy, his mind just for on the spot comedy is incredible.
He's one of the funniest people.
Tasteless would have been killer on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Truth.
If he wasn't a teenager when that show was on TV.
Also truth.
But and then they did they kind of like redid it.
Yeah, what was that?
Bad is what it was.
There you go.
I tried watching some of the YouTube clips. I was just like, the feeling's just not there. Not having Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Come on, they couldn't outbid The Price Is Right. to get Drew Carey back?
The price is
For
right.
whose line
is
is
a lot
it
of
anyway?
money, actually.
They do, but come on. He's
I mean,
iconic with that show. Just pay a little bit more.
it's in the name of the show, dude. They're called The Price is Right, of course.
All they had to do was +1 him, and then they would have had it. Just go $1 higher.
$1 higher.
All right, really seems like we are back in. Let's keep our fingers and toes crossed. Then we continue onward.
You can cross your toes?
Yeah.
Are you a mutant?
No, I'm a normal human being.
You sure?
I guess I'll have to consult a specialist just to make sure, but at least as far as I know,
all right. Well,
throughout my 28 years of existence,
good job.
I believe that I'm a normal human being.
You never know.
It could be up for debate.
Yeah, you might be an alien.
Well, waiting now as the pace continues to slow down, given that we are tied up 4-4.
A lot of ults available for Nuturn, so they're in a good spot for the retakes. As is on the defender side, especially when you have a Sova and a breach. You got a lot of ability to control the site, kind of dictate where the defenders are going to be and how they're going to be when you get there.
Do they get a site? No, they do not. Okay, don't spot. So, now they do. All right, drone lasts long enough, so they see the solo's pushed up, so he will go ahead and pull back. Holds out, throws the fault line just in case they were trying to counter push onto him. Instead, it might just be another hit onto the B side. This is something that TNL were kind of showing us a few days ago.
Nuturn's had a tough time dealing with it.
So they have. TS taking a couple taps here, but suggests take some damage in response. Lakia instantly cuts through the backside of B, but Godlike is waiting for him. A great peek out from the front. Spike needs to get planted rather soon here. They will start it. That's going to be the tailwind forward. Allow. Throwing out the knives. Will drop the spike to the ground. They started up yet again, but here comes the Rolling Thunder. It's going to interrupt it. They don't have the time, but the kill comes in before that happens. And TNL will take it away.
TS got all the way into C alley. I mean, he was deep in the back lines, and that caused such a problem there. The great crossfire. On the attacker side, usually you're talking about like after the attackers have put the spike down and they're setting up the crossfires. No, he was coming in from C alley there.
No.
It's happening.
I see the wide shot and I know what that means. Oh dear.
It means it means they have to listen to us again. Talk about things that aren't games.
No. I mean, we could talk about other games.
We could.
I mean, there's not much to talk about right now as far as this game is concerned because it's been so swingy. But yeah, for those who might not have kind of broken that down, we'll hopefully have it in the replay. But
who won that round?
Yeah, so you're getting ready to see. I mean, the Rolling Thunder comes through, but Echo has the great just setup here to mow him down. So even with the interruption on the spike plant, he dies. So kind of poor decision to be pushed into the garage hall when throwing the Rolling Thunder. Could have played back, closer to the doors. Rolling Thunder would still cut across, but was just going for that snap reaction. It was a good play. You could just kind of nitpick the positioning there. But had he not died, that would have been the round going to Nuturn. But unfortunately, is not the case for them. So TNL, they barely take a lead. That's 5-4.
A little bit of bop it there. Get him in, knock him up in the air and then pull him out.
Has there been has there been like a new iteration of Bop It? When was the last time that Bop It made one? Because they had the original, which was what? Pull it, bop it, twist it.
Yeah.
And then you had the 4-pronged one with the bop it in the middle. You had to like flick it, and I don't know what the other ones were.
This sounds like a bad drinking game.
Oh, that sounds terrible to try to figure out how to bop it under the influence. That would be. I
don't think anybody's come up with any. Like, I'm missing all these like cool, stupid like toys from the '90s that we had.
Yeah.
Like the one where you had like a thing you put around your ankle and you spun it around and you like jumped. Like, it was like a half jump rope.
It's like an ankle hoop or whatever.
Half hula hoop.
Yeah,
that thing was sick.
You jump over top of those. I forget what those were called. We had moon shoes.
Moon shoes, bro. Y'all are missing out.
I'm trying to think of what else is just sitting, getting dusty.
Like the Nickelodeon toys,
There's a lot of that stuff. Did you know
Gak or whatever it was?
Yeah, Gak.
Yeah.
Do you know that I actually have been slimed
Like on TV?
Not on TV, but there was a Nickelodeon convention that came to Atlantic City when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
And they had there was a bunch of like NBA casters that were there. I met like Allen Iverson or something, and I have an autographed basketball somewhere in my house from him. And then they had a thing, and you got to get slimed.
Really?
And I got slimed when I was like 6 years
How
old.
was it?
It
Pretty disgusting?
Don't get it in your mouth. It tastes weird. But otherwise, it was a neat experience, and I look back on it fondly because I was like, that was the thing. You used to watch people get slimed.
Yeah.
Like, live in the studio
I was
down
all
Orlando,
into it.
Florida.
I thought it was cool as hell.
And you're just like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
And then, boom, it happened to me in New Jersey of all places. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. Nickelodeon used to exist and they still exist, but they used to have good cartoons.
I wonder how much it would take me to how much money it would take me to convince like a freak of TV to let me slime you on air. The problem is the headset costs more than just about anything else that's in this room.
This headset is quite expensive.
Other than the camera.
Maybe let's not ruin that. You don't want to ruin this nice suit.
No, that's true. I don't want to make the makeup girls upset. They're very nice.
Because then somebody else has to clean it.
Yeah, I see. This is the
maybe
whole
if
problem.
you volunteer to have it,
I'm not going to
cleaned.
do that. That's not. There isn't enough money in the world that makes that worth it. I don't.
Yeah, we'd also have to find the formula to whatever the hell the slime was made out of.
There's all these YouTube videos now where it teaches you how to make different variations of it. And it's like cornstarch and other stuff. I don't remember, but it's not the same. Obviously,
Sure.
the Nickelodeon stuff has its own unique. It had a lot of viscosity to it.
Yeah, a little plutonium to give it that radioactive green glow.
Yeah. That's good for you.
Maybe that's why I can cross my toes. It's because of the radioactiveness. I've mutated slightly. There you go. We figured it out.
There it is. You're not an alien. You're a mutant.
All right. Well, hopefully we're back into the game for an extended period of time rather than just a single round as we go in. Forward hold at the moment. Judge there for solo, but we'll decide to pull out of short. Just trading places here with Allow.
Well, round and then another break. That seems to be the pace of the game right now. And this has really slowed things up. The players, okay, to be fair, these two teams play slow. This is pretty normal. What you're seeing what we saw very early on in this was a little bit different than normal, but it was the pistol round, the follow-ups. You can take that as you will. Any team is going to try that stuff, particularly on an eco round. Oftentimes you'll see teams try to rush on an eco just because you want to get into those close range situations. Give yourself a better chance.
Yeah. Well, sent down short as Suggest goes for this forward peek. Drone comes out. He's going to go in the back of it. Manages to get two. Fantastically done from Suggest. Wow. And that's going to increase the pace now. Flashpoint into the back here. Lakia mowed down through the wall. Exi, not quite through the wall, but does manage to find the headshot before he can get behind cover. Jumping out now, Exi with another blast pack. Does he spot him? Yes, he does. Parry eliminated. And just like that, TNL having favorable numbers, but just like that, Allow gets 3 from Long C. And Nuturn, they pick up the round win.
Huge move by Allow, puts himself in a perfect position to pick up a triple. That was a great round, a lot of good counter punches there. Suggest, I don't know how he got that second headshot. That was ridiculous. And then he gets taken out. I thought he was just done. Look how he steps out. There's 3 members of TNL that are behind that box, and they just can't react quite as fast as he could flick over to the side, and then that Allow finish. Oh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, huge. 16, 6, and 1. Allow very much with the lion's share of his team's kills. Despite the 5-5, not that many kills, or at least not a major player here on the side of TNL. Great little right click though from TS. Finds Lakia after the jiggle peek. Just forces him down. Allow this time will not be able to come out on top. Haha! Echo says, I will outspray you no matter what. I have an Ares.
I have an Ares. You're not going to imply anything off of that, Allow. I heard you guys talking about that.
Oh,
you or
no, that was
Tasteless and Artosis.
Yeah, change his name to imply or demand. Well, Solo pressing forward, finds Ritzy Godlike, trying to go on a flank, will not be able to find him. It all comes down to Echo. Needs to get this shock dart in, but it's not going to be enough to kill. Suggest will just hold the stick. Nuturn will get their heads above the water. Now 6-5.
Yep, there you go. Good comeback here for Nuturn. Suggest gonna be able to have the, oh boy, the rocket available. Showstopper. There's the word. I'm so in like banter mode where I just want to like sit there and like talk about whatever because we're on sort of those tech pauses. Nope. Suggest Hunter's Fury for Lakia. The money, yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good for both teams, honestly. It's a little bit in the favor of TNL still, but Nuturn wins another one. That'll change.
Thought maybe Suggest was going to try to go a bit aggro here, given that he does have the Showstopper, but still just going to stay parked up just on the inside of the C site. Just kind of watching over towards Garage.
Yeah, so they're going to leave the spike over by the entrance to the window there, and they're going to poke at C. There were some pings into C cubby from Nuturn. Not sure if that means they want to push through or they think somebody might have been in there potentially. Suggest just hanging out on top of the double stack at C. Yeah, Solo around the corner there. And Xe continues to ADS down. See what's going on. Is he going to... Okay, so he is going to push up into cubby. Oh, throws the paint shells first.
Yeah, nades the back left. Clears that. Still is uncertain about, obviously, the rest of the site. Whereas the spike has been safely moved up into short, so the call will come through for a full rotate. Ult to check at C long. Use their buy parry, doesn't spot anybody, so they'll rotate people off of C and get ready to try and cover A.
TNL needs to be a little bit faster on this. They are not going to be ready.
Flash through, push starts to come in. Aftershock to clear the top, dash it forward. Xe getting tagged up there at long, but Echo manages to find Lakia to start things off, giving them the advantage. He doesn't take too much here off his HP bar. 89 still there. Nuturn looking to engineer the retake to try and keep a lead as we get ready to go into the other half. PS4's back behind the box. Xe finds one. The rocket, oh no, falls short. Suggest didn't get it far enough forward. Misses out on those kills, but suddenly he'll start exploding forward as Ritzy looks for another. Does go down. Echo playing from C long. Trying to make this work, but Allow has the peak. That will be the defuse, and Nuturn will end it 7-5 in the half as they get ready to go on the attack.
Ooh, that was close. That was really, really close there at the end. Both Allow and Suggest are very, very low at the end of that. They are both at slivers of health, and they're just barely able to get that done. Good shock dart. Could have ended that, but they never really able to get it lined up in time. Is Echo. Great retake there from Nuturn. I thought that was looking really good for TNL. They get on the site cleanly. They displace Heaven. They get in, they plant, but they're just not able to control the A-Link entrance. And coming through hard is Nuturn. They just wipe the slate clean there really fast. And then, yeah, they scrape by. Just, again, only, there was 10 health left on Allow. Suggest was at, I don't even know, not much. A bullet probably would have taken him down.
Yeah, really close to getting them across the line and tying it 6-6. But that being said, TNL, they do get to swap sides now and go for the defense. So this definitely could lend itself to them taking a lead again. We'll see what happens with the pistol round, because you suspect they win the pistol round. That's just going to be basically tying us up straight up to 7-7 for the most part. Obviously, did have the swing in the second round here on this map, so it's not a surefire thing, but it could happen.
It could. Haven is kind of interesting because, yeah, it gives you that release valve into B where every once in a while, because everybody kind of puts pressure onto A and C a lot as the attacker's side, but every once in a while you can mix it up into B and take a round like that. Now, because TNL did that, I would, if, like, let's say that TNL wins this pistol round, I think it's going to be a lot harder for Nuturn to pull something like that off because, your opponent's pretty ready for it, you would think.
Looking like with this initial pistol round, a push forward here onto the B side. Dark cover comes out, cuts off both links. Echo just with the drone, no recon for 15 seconds. Spike will get planted, and everybody from Nuturn's going to pull back over into mid.
Okay.
It's available. Suggest just going to be waiting for the opportunity. Well, everybody else starts to creep through garage. Spike tapped the halfway. Paint shells. By a little bit of extra time. Now wrapping around from the side. They're just going to be sticking this. Nobody up front to try and interrupt it. But, oh, man. Nice double shock dart there from Lakia, but the cleanup is there all this.
Well, TNL got the defuse. That was in the middle of all of that. So this is what I was worried about when I was watching Nuturn. Once Suggest goes down, he sticks his head out. He does get the paint shells off, but they're able to stay in there and just hold it down. They're too slow. It's too long to go all the way through the garage, all the way back around. XC's there to watch the cross angle from C Link, and there you go. They held it down and take it. That's really nicely done by TNL, despite losing a lot of members.
TS still playing forward here at short. XC backing him up, boosted on top of the box. They're gonna have that double crossfire coming through. Basically, try to draw the fire, but Suggest just pushes straight around the corner. Seems like XC maybe not really ready to back him up, but does manage to find the answering kill to make it a 1-for-1. Now 2-for-1. Back over onto the side, allow. Will eliminate Godlike, but it's just one member standing here as Lakia is trying to get Sheriff shot. Will finally nail it. Only has 46 HP remaining, and the spike is currently dropped down in short. Shock Dart not going to find anything. Seems like he will press through long, but has to tuck in behind the corner for a second.
Well, Ritzy's just going to hang out by the dark cover. Lakia going to go for the Shock Dart. He's going to see him. Sprays a few shots. Doesn't catch any damage, really.
Bounce. Not going to get anything there with the Shock Dart. Bolt reveals one, but yeah, the double peek coming through. They're both, high enough HP that the Spectre is not going to be enough to spray through them quickly enough. So does fall, and just like that, TNL trying to bring it back.
That was kind of a weird round because of the way that first round went, where so many people killed each other and the spike was, planted but then diffused. That both of these teams actually had quite a bit of money, so you saw a lot of Spectres there. So even though it wasn't really, there was no real eco. It was like both of them were just kind of on anti-eco there, and able to get the best of it is TNL. Fantastic double peek at the end to lock the spike down.
Yeah, and TNL, still not, full buys coming through. There's still going to be the Spectres there. Godlike opting in for full armor with the Sheriff leaves him with very little credits left. I think he's got about 300 as the Blade Storm gets popped by Allow. See if he can do anything with it. XE lurking in from behind. They get a bit of a read, but instead they just line up for XE. Takes him out. Godlike puts the Sheriff to use, and it is a very swift, very aggressive defense here from TNL.
Yeah, that caught Nuturn completely off guard coming through the doors. Nobody was expecting this. Just incredible. That's a really nice change of pace from TNL. You don't see them do stuff like that very often, where they push up that deep into mid like that. That just is a really, really excellent play. Like, those kind of change-ups are so important because now you put your opponents in a position where they have to respect stuff like that, and it means they're going to be slower. It means they're going to be watching different angles. Maybe Nuturn just rushes. I don't know.
Well, they're thinking about it, but they do get quite a lot of information here. Boombot clears short as they start to press forward. They're not full-blown rushing in right now, as we do have Lakia lurking back into window, now making his way into mid. XE, if he decided to push around this corner, would be able to get in a position to try to spot them out, but they're now not going to happen. Ritzy, however, does fall. That's now drawing the attention of Godlike here from the A-Link. Paranoia comes through. He takes a couple shots. They're looking to push the corner to take him out. Godlike will make it a 1-for-1 exchange, which is certainly better than nothing. And look at the TP. Perry actually manages to recover in time and outguns XE. A huge whiff from the star player on the side of TNL. Meanwhile, in the meantime, the spike is planted here at A. Great distractive play coming in from Nuturn, just making sure that TNL did not know which way to look at any given moment.
It's a nice setup. It catches a lot of members crossing through the B area towards A. I mean, it was really nicely done by Nuturn. They had gotten spotted. They knew it. They held up, and they set up in a position to try to take advantage of the retake setups that TNL was likely to move through. Set yourselves up in positions, and they do a great job, especially there over in A-Link.
Perry on the lurk. Is he prepared? Nope. TS will find one, so for all of his hunting, will come home empty-handed. As we just keep things just neck and neck between these two squads.
It's crazy. I mean, 8-8, but again, this is pretty much what I expected. It definitely feels like overtime. You have to expect.
Yeah.
These two are really, really good. TS has the operator now. And other than that, everybody else just has phantoms for the most part. There is one Vandal, Suggest is using a Vandal, but for the most part, people are gonna opt to go for the Phantom on this map. Just like the close range stuff. TS has the Blade Storm as well. So if things go sideways a bit with the operator, they're really being so aggressive right now as TNL. They are getting so deep into Nuturn territory.
And it's completely unpunished. I mean, oftentimes you would see, somebody like Perry have that Omen TP up on top of the box to cut off that mid-access from C long, but they're not doing that. So instead, you just get Exy lurking all the way back like this, spotting your Echo, or your Sova, and eliminating him.
He is the Nuturn
They're so
Echo.
synonymous,
He is the Nuturn Echo, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely not what you want. Just get finished off. Suggest trying to hold this angle, but speaking of Echo, pushes in. Does get the elimination here.
They're pretty deep into B, so how are they going to do this? Well, that helps. Perry gets one. There's a lot of... great crossfire from Ritzy.
Aftershock from Solo as well. Finds Godlike. Ritzy trying desperately to get this defuse off. Will not happen. Allow comes in from behind to get the final little blow. And a slight little lead now as Solo and Allow both did die to the spike explosion.
Oh, fantastic positioning from Godlike. Those are some really nice aftershocks that he's able to find there from the corner and through mid. Really, really nicely done. It was a good retake attempt. They had fanned out. TNL had really fanned out nicely across B. It's just a better defense from Nuturn this time, and a big part of that is Godlike. Or excuse me. Who am I talking about? Solo.
The other breach.
Godlike. The other breach.
Sorry, I'll mix up the Sovas, you mix up the breaches. We got it
problem.
covered.
Yeah.
Well, Blade Storm out here for TS. Looking around, doesn't spot anything. We'll just wrap back through towards the defender's side and then make his way over to B. Nuturn, taking their time, playing this one out patiently. It's waiting for a potential slip up here from TNL, waiting for somebody to show their face.
It's
Taking a quick look. Wants to at least make them think that this is going to be an attempt onto the B site.
You have to respect it. It's been pressured very well by Nuturn. You can see there's a lot of eyes over on the B there, and Echo's going to see him coming through A.
Exy now resetting his position, getting over and into the A site with this heavy push coming through from short. That showstopper is available. They'll get the line of sight there. The dart goes through. Hunter's Fury comes flying, but here's TS from behind. Gets rid of Lakia. Are they prepared for him in short? No, they are not. Gets Suggest as he tries to blast pack up onto the box. Pushing forward. Perry will finally strike him down. Allow has found two over onto the site. Now it's going to be a 1v2 scenario as the From the Shadows comes out, and Perry arrives safely over at the C spike site. Will get this planted.
Yeah, another nice From the Shadows here today. Saw one earlier, and this is a great one. Gonna at least get the plant, and then give yourself a pretty decent chance. Gonna make it look like he's planting for long C. He's actually gonna head up into window, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he kind of waits and tries to punch him in the back.
Does he want to play this patiently? He's not going to go for the peek right now. He hears that they're both rotating through, so yeah, I think he wants to come in from behind once they see where the spike is planted, so he'll start creeping forward now. They're looking. They know that this very well could be in the cubby. They have nothing to try and interrupt that. Spike being defused. They pull off of it. Cannot pivot fast enough to get rid of Ritzy. So a decent little attempt there, but it does not work out in his favor. TNL will take another round.
That's a tough one there. The timing has to be so good from Perry, because once Ritzy figures out that there's nobody at long C, like he starts to defuse, Ritzy's ready, looking down there, nobody pops out. So for Ritzy, that he knows. He comes right back around the box. He's very quick. You know, the recognition there from Ritzy's really, really good. Shows you why he's a great Omen player, a very valuable player. So smart. It's the presence to just know that, hey, something's not right. Probably coming around the corner.
Operator out of garage now. Suggest, yeah, nowhere really close to getting tagged by that one, but now they know that there's an op on board. Exy looking to get saucy, but they spot him. Gun barrel's going to be coming through, so Lakia has the jump, has the information, gets the punish. That's going to have to be a reset here from Exy into the next round and maybe temper his aggression a little bit more.
Well, Lakia, you can watch a little bit of the Masters on the TV there. Up in the corner, but Solo's going to wait and see if anyone's pushing out. So now,
that's a whiff.
That's a.
Oh, wait, no,
clipped him.
Okay.
He clipped him through the wall. Wall-banged him there.
Yeah, UI didn't fully update it initially. I was like, oh, he didn't hit him.
I heard the sound that it hit him, and I'm like,
so, okay, 30 HP. At least you get that. At least the wall bang does come through to soften him up.
When you can see Nuturn really respecting these flanks, these lurks that are being attempted by TNL. They were watching really, really intently on both the A side and the C side. Now they pushed up forward, Suggest all the way up into C cubby. The rest of the team getting the information that no one's over there.
Oh, just has no idea so far. Ritzy, he doesn't check it. Solo just goes ahead, mows him down. Allow now, Bladestorm out. They get themselves the C site. Nobody there at the moment. Suggest just lets the rocket fly. Creep forward there from Solos, trying to catch them off guard, but TS privy to this. Does manage to get the operator shot through. Does he just go, yep, he does. I was going to say, does he just try to wall bang through the box? Aftershock allows him to eat. Okay,
he jumps over it.
Yep,
Smart.
updraft going to be used, so that should give them info that he is there, but he makes an explosive appearance and lines up the last one. 3 in a row for Allow, and Nuturn barely take the lead. 10-9.
Wow, that's such a good updraft. That is, the reaction and the timing is perfect on that. He waits for the last possible moment, is up in case anybody's trying to push off of it. Didn't see anybody, steps over to the side, picks up the triple with the Bladestorm. Incredible play from Allow. We got to see a good Bladestorm from TS. And now it is Allow's turn. These guys really putting on a show for us. I mean, getting the heads. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, one after the other, and the tail went forward so very aggressive. So a lot of confidence being shown there from Allow, and he backs it up the boot. Recon dart over the top into B. Not going to be able to spot too much, and the boom bot will be destroyed.
Pushing up through A. TS is already in here.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah, too many people hovering outside of A lobby. So best he could have done was maybe a 1-for-1, but Allow will just take a quick little shot there off the Sheriff.
It's really good adjustments being made by Nuturn. Look how patient they're being. They're like, all right, Nuturn, you want to keep pushing out and trying to catch us out here? Oops, Allow. Good tailwind there to get out of the way. Good cover by Solo. The follow-up, going to get the kill onto Echo.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, A, broken open, as we know, just looking at the top down. Drone will move forward just to try to check as much as humanly possible, and this will cause a swing to come through from the remaining members of TNL over towards the A site. Seems like they will move the spike up through here.
Yeah, Godlike has already pressed up pretty far forward, thinking about getting the flash
they're backing off now.
Yeah, I think they heard that.
Dark cover. They want to make it seem like this is still going to be an attempt onto the A site. Delay the rotations, but Ritzy pressing forward does manage to find Lakia. The spike in the meantime being brought through the garage. Perry will find Godlike, and now it all comes down to the Omen and Raze for TNL. See if they can get anything done. Vandal and Spectres in hand.
Well, Exy's a nutter. We know that this guy can absolutely get it done from C alley. He's going to start making his way forward.
Know which way to look. Finally turns, sees the breach, but by the time he finishes him off, Suggested there with the re-peek, and Perry just snaps right onto Ritzy. 11 rounds now, 2 up are Nuturn. 2 more to go to close out map number 1.
Yeah, Nuturn's really gotten a good grip on things right now. Now we need to see a change from TNL. We need to see them just kind of find a different idea. They've got the guns this time. You know, this is a big, important round for them. The economy is in the gutter. They have to turn it around right now, or else it's probably going to be a 13-9. So this one, what's going to be the difference? You got TS with the operator. He's been saving up, get a couple Vandals and other things, really stacking up heavy towards the A side. Are they going to continue to be aggressive?
to avoid that fault line. TS holding back around the corner in short. See if somebody's going to be moving forward. Gets the shot onto Allow. Tail wins the hell out of there. Very nicely done.
That's a huge opening frag there for TNL. Nuturn doesn't like what they see over there. I don't blame him with the operator there. And let's send the Owl drone out. Maybe going to fake it like they're going to push A. They've been doing this a lot. Sending the Owl into short A and then pushing into A. So this time, maybe making them rethink. C's pretty open. You've just got the Omen in the back, but they are rotating one over as well. The Silva making his way over.
Yeah, still two-member presence down in short as they start getting ready to potentially move out of garage. Dark cover comes in, blind onto Ritzy, nade to zone them back. They can now move forward, get themselves into the C site, and they'll leave Solo behind, sitting in that garage window. And the spike plant will come in. Hunter's Fury being used. Spike already dropped down. Won't get any hits. This doesn't get the deny that they were looking for.
They gotta watch. They gotta watch XC. He's coming through from spawn.
Crossfire is set up here in garage. Waiting for their moment now. Omen starting to creep in. Spots one. Blast pack chucked up top. Blast pack second one not quite gonna connect. And they just kind of walk straight into that. That is Suggest and Solo both falling with the crossfire coming through from the side. Shots out from Lakia. He will get dropped. They know that Perry's in the cubby. He's only able to find one. And that is another round win as the defuse comes through for TNL. 10-11 now, just behind by 1 round.
It's a fantastic retake. You make sure garage is busy. You buy all the time in the world for XE to come around the side. You're coming from 3 different angles onto the side itself. That's how you draw it up on the notepad when you're getting ready for when you know you got that map out there, the X's and the O's. That's perfection from TNL, and the opening pick sets it all up with TS coming out there, finishing off Allow. It's really nicely done there by TNL. Again, these teams so smart, so good. Said that they needed to make a change up. TNL comes through with a perfect one.
Well, high value on the recon, manages to spot everybody in A lobby. Just continuing to play forward as he clears out short here. It's going to use it just to clear the right side at the top of the ramp. Aftershock to clear the corner on the site. Dark cover now coming through into heaven. It seems like this is still going to be the planned hit. Pushing through the smoke. Lakia eliminated. Godlike and Ritzy both playing the angle. Shut them down. XE in the meantime creeping his way over from behind as the TP comes out from the shadows. Makes his way...
Or did he go
in hell, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in hell, not in heaven. Rolling Thunders crashing across both of these breaches. Allow finds 2, goes blind. TS takes him out from behind. Now the knives drawn. It's just Solo lurking here in short. Jump up over the top. There's the finish on the back of the paint shells. The defuse is there. TNL tie us up 11-11.
Yep. This is not surprising. They are so smart, so good. Again, they're waiting for the retakes this time. And they are just not fooled by anything. They pick up an early frag into B. There's none of that behind their back shenanigans when, you know what, something that Nuturn really likes to do when they push A is send Perry out to B to watch people crossing through A link. And this time, nobody's fooled by it. Allow tries his darn best, but yeah, he gets flashed. Actually, ADS is in a panic during that flash, and then TS gets the kill, has the Blade Storm, doesn't particularly need it, but I think he might have gotten at least 1 blade in there before XE got the finish with the paint shell. Echo gonna grab the orb, another alt charge in. XE has a rocket, and TS gets another opening frag.
Yeah, that's Perry gone. XE creeping forward, but should have heard a lot of these footsteps and whatnot over here.
I think they're trying to bait him out.
TS is actually pushing forward. He wants to peek with him.
Oh, no.
Just needs to get the swing around the corner. There's one gone. The flick is there. TS finds one. The dash forward. The call comes in that the spike is there. Jump up over the top. Knives come out around the corner. Allow manages to find one. They'll see that dark cover. They'll hear the teleport. And there's the finish on the Ritzy. Nuturn 3v1, just Echo left alive. Dart They pull back, doesn't want to give away his position.
God, TS, such a good moment there. With that shot, backs up, throws the smoke down, covers himself nicely from the push by Allow.
If Echo pushes out here, he can catch them on the cross. They're looking his way, manages to find one. That's going to delay a little bit. Recon won't be able to quite see them. Lots of shock up over the top. Wants to reposition now. Trying to clear that spike, but they're not playing on it right now. Both looking towards garage. Oh, Echo doesn't have the lineup. Can't get the hit in. And now has to try to defuse this against, a long plant where Allow has that Blade Storm.
He's gonna have to nail the double of his life.
Be damn impressive if he could. He's also playing against the Vandal right now. Paint shells are up. Force suggests a little bit of damage going out the blast pack. Not gonna connect. And it seems like he's gonna look to save this. Gun for the last round. Does manage to stay safe here for now, but Nuturn, fist bumps coming through, feeling good about it. They take one step closer to success.
All right, let's see what they can do. As great as that moment was, the beginning of that for TS, they do lose Exy in the exchange. Allow dashes in. It's a great cloud burst to protect himself from the follow-up, but then he has the operator out. He needs to switch the pistol there. As difficult as it is, he goes for the crazy play, the no-scope, isn't able to connect it. Allow not going to whiff on that second follow-up, and just a nice try by TS, but he probably should have switched to the pistol. He went for the, he went for the big play. If it had paid off, it would have been huge. Probably would have been the round.
Well, has to shoot the boom bot this time around. Let's see. Zexy holds on top of the box. Flashpoint, not gonna blind him. He's a couple feet, takes a shot. Aftershock will come out in response. Wants to let that nade go. Shot coming through from TS, not gonna find the hit. Tail wins away to avoid the Hunter's Fury. So just now making his way up front. The rocket comes in. Will be a 1-for-1 to just managed to find Godlike in all of the chaos. Spike now being rotated back out through the spawn over towards C.
Yeah, this is smart. They recognized, they knew there was at least 3 members there based on the utilities and the guns that they saw. The operator shot, the rocket, probably, I think they saw the Sova arrows as well. So they can just back up. They know that it's overstacked, overloaded on A. Set up for C once again. And now TNL is a big one. All comes down to this match point.
4v4 for the attempted retake. They push their way through into window. Spraying through, checking the side, but do they check the box? We'll just go ahead, they'll pull out of this position. Flash is used. From the shadows used, let's go over to see. Does manage to spot out Perry. Echo finding one. Allow, still trying to hold it down. Echo finds the second kill. Suddenly, it's a 2v2, but there's no HP remaining on Echo. He will fall. They're in onto the spike. Lakia pressing forward, goes through the smoke to finish him off. The 13th round goes to Nuturn. They take it away, but so very close between these two squads.
So
they actually are going home this time. We're playing on land. It's not like the
That's true. You're not just saying
weeks.
that metaphorically.
Yeah.
You're actually saying that literally.
Again, they're staying exactly where they are.
They're not leaving their seats.
They're already home.
We have cots set up in the studio that they can sleep on.
Now this time there's a long drive back to the team house where you're ecstatic if you win. Otherwise, it's going to be a very quiet car ride if you lose.
We got blankies and stuffed animals for them.
Make them
Some
feel better.
some warm milk.
Got to get well rested, Be ready for the next matches. Actually, just going to be clearing that little cubby over to the side of the alt orb. One-way smoke coming through just to be able to spot if they're going to start aggressing up into A main.
Yeah, pretty slow for Nuturn, just looking around, seeing if they can get into A. And there was, again, that smoke really slowed things up. They're going to use Solo's turret to kind of leapfrog forward. And Echo's waiting. Owl drone and Recon there. Oh, Suggest gets up on top of the box. Gets some pretty good damage in.
Yeah, really nice tags there on to Exy.
Off of that damage, they're re-rotating. I mean, this is any little advantage you can find. Hey, let's try it.
He's really low. Come bring the spike over to A.
Yeah. And
guys, I swear, he's one shot. He's just one shot. Get
one shot. But the funny part is B was basically wide open.
Yeah. He actually is one shot, though. But I feel like saying somebody's one shot is the biggest lie ever told in gaming. The most repetitive lie as well.
Well, that is a lie every time I hear it.
Well, Dart not going to get cleared. Ritzy in a bit of an awkward spot, but still does manage to find one before Suggest trades it back. Up top here, TS with a frenzy. Finds two. Allow going to get dropped. That's just a round. So, yeah, a minor advantage. Not going to mean anything for them. TNL, they will take the pistol round.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you get it in your head. You're like, well, I got a lot of damage. He has to back up. Now the site's going to be open. And, well, there were two other members there waiting and one around the corner that you didn't check for. The recon dart never really spotted it with all the chaos in the middle of it. You didn't hear that guy shooting at the recon arrow that was above it. He's able to pick up one, get some damage into another, and then you just get mowed down in the middle of it. So, well, that is what it is. It's, you know, had they pushed forward just a little bit further into B.
Well, 4 spies are going to come out. We've got 2 stingers, a sheriff here for Suggest. Sheriff as well for Lakia. Everybody rocking at least half armor. So they want to swing this. XE waiting. He's looking across the lobby. Tries to pull the gun up. He'll get forced back. Paranoia does come crashing through. Ritzy's there for the counter peek as the drone comes in from A lobby. Moving forward now. Spot 1. Flashpoint comes out. The Nano Swarm. Not really going to find too much. Ritzy just spraying through the smoke. Will take down Allow. Huge blind pickup as the spike gets planted and the door gets shut.
Yeah, Lau had to throw down a second smoke. Not ideal. Suggest going to be watching.
Oh,
Ash coming in.
Trying to line up the headshot. Unable to do so. Drop down now to clear hell. Lockett does manage to dome him with the Sheriff. Falls up for a second, but has to reload as everybody else comes down and surrounds him. So only so much to be done. And that will be TNL picking up 2 rounds in a row. Very costly here for Nuturn.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that decision to go with the Stingers and the like. They got in there, but that little mistake from Allow, that first cloud burst didn't completely cover the door, so he had to throw a second. That slows him up. Ritzy catches him while he's doing that. That really kind of makes things a lot more difficult for Nuturn going forward. You don't have your Jet for that entry, and you don't have your best player, you know, as well.
Yeah. Well, TS looking like he's just going to stick with the Frenzy. Otherwise, Spectre's in a Bulldog for the rest of TNL. Knows that he is just 1 away from having that Blade Storm up. So Dart will get cleared.
Spot him once. Through the wall. I like it. They know so well that that's what, you know, Godlike wants to do. He's there charging up the fall line, you know. It makes a lot of sense.
Lakia spotted in mid. Spike still being brought forward. TS, can he get that opening kill that he needs to get the ult online? Right now it's going to be situated just below the market steps. Nano Swarm will clear. Oh, okay. Tailwind across.
It's a great Nano Swarm. I mean, you just forced out so much utility.
Yep. Oh, man, Recon, however, spotting everybody. Echo starting to press forward, looks for the second lineup, does manage to find it. The solo will fall, and it's just going to be Suggest against the world. Manages to find 1, finds 2, but cannot get the third. TNL will move up 3-0.
Well, as good as that Nano Swarm was, that was a better Recon arrow, and that just spotted so much. The information is all, they know exactly the lineup. A Nuturn's in, and you can just flank them from a couple different angles and, again, mow them down. So far, Nuturn not able to really find much success, barely even able to get into the sights. So they're going to have to try something a little different. Finally, they're going to be on a real rifle round. I mean, again, they spent a lot of money on that second round, so they kind of, that last round was kind of a throwaway.
All the same, they definitely made it costly here for the side of TNL. Operator is in the hands of TS as he pulls back out of mid. Allow will find 1. Rolling Thunder comes crashing through. Flashpoints going to be tossed out. The Aftershock to try and deny them access to Boathouse, but they will persevere. Boombot does manage to find 1 here for the side of TNL, but it's just TS alone with an Operator. Low HP on Lakia. Oh, if he just goes to the wall, it would be huge.
No,
would be such a great blind check.
Be just incredible game sense if he was able to get it. I don't know. I think TS should just save this. I think
he will. He's just going to hold this angle, and then as soon as we get, within 10 seconds or so, the spike getting ready to detonate, we'll go ahead and pull back. Or just until he misses a shot.
Yeah, just get the heck out. We're trying to, see if they can maybe catch him a little bit on the way out. But Perry's not quite able to step up in time. TS gets around the corner, heads over towards Wine. He's going to settle in there somewhere around this area at least, into A lobby. Maybe someone will come around the corner. Perry's in that direction. I don't think he will.
He's not going to push the corner. He won't have enough time. Yeah, literally as he was getting ready to move into Gelato. Round ends. So, Nuturn putting one on the board. Decent little turnaround after some very close rounds. We'll take another look back here at Allow, who was able to break open the site before falling. This makes it that much easier for them to get in. But now they need to keep the momentum, so the question is, can they do it?
And the money's not great for TNL after all that. Even though TS keeps the operator, it's only Echo with a Phantom, a Bulldog, a Spectre, and then Exy is expecting to maybe get a kill, and then he's going to have the Rocket at least. So if Exy can get that opening frag with his Sheriff, he's going to have a really good opportunity to pick up a double, potentially. Maybe even more, because it's Exy. He's really good.
Yeah, you can never really count him out.
No. God, TS, this is risky business. They're going to try to corner check him because they know he likes to do this. He's going to have to get out. Tailwind forced.
Yep, does lose out on that. Door's shut, so they can't have this mid-wrap through market unless they decide to break that one down. Because they still have two members quite far away. And there might be a call to actually just pull the spike out of B lobby, but looks like they are going to start moving forward with this one as Lau pops the Blade Storm.
Smokes need to come out first. You can't go around this corner. I assume we got the Omen. If they're going to push this, he's going to do that. They're going to maybe recon it first, see what's going on. They might be able to catch Echo in the back with that.
Oh, yep. They do manage to find him with the bow. Pulled out. Updraft coming through. Grabs the operators. Tiptoeing up there. He's like, oh! I want it so badly. Does not get punished. So it does recover that. Now can just sit in boathouse and just hold this angle.
Do you think Perry uses from the shadows here? Like, is he going to go for a flank maybe?
No, I think you just hold it. You've got
just
the numbers advantage.
Yeah.
No reason to use any more ults other than the the Blade Storm that you've already popped.
I agree. I don't think there's any reason to use it here, especially now.
Just chill with it.
It's just too late.
Yeah, it's just going to have to be a backup here from the members of TNL. Sentry is there. Solo trying to get this kill. Tries to spray through to break the armored wall, but as they push out from market, suggests we'll get both members of TNL who are lurking in mid. So no exit kills to be found. Ritzy left alive. Here's them all rotating through and is just playing Ring Around the Rosie with him.
Yeah, I really like the way that they kind of counterplay off knowing that operator's there or potentially there from TS. They get him to back out, again, wasting his utility early on. And then they throw the smokes, dive in ahead of it. If he's the one who backed up in the boats, which is really unlikely, but even then, you're able to get in there, get that pick, just allow things. One of the best Blade Stormers in the business. And comes through, picks up some big kills, and now we're looking forward to see what the turnaround is going to be here for TNL. They're again on the back foot with the money. Lost the operator.
Yeah, it's actually being held by Solo at the moment.
Or Solo has it, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Might was to swap
he picked it up. Oh, that's right. Okay. But for TNL,
yes.
TS lost the operator, of course. Now Echo has an Ares. Makes sense. Solo does use it from time to time. And he's going to try to, out TS, the TS strategy, but nobody home.
But TS isn't there.
Wah, wah.
No TS to be found, but now they will start moving forward. This is going to give them a lot of information. No one's forward holding. Severely limits the amount of places that everybody could be sitting right now on this defense. And that's a great shot. Solo finds Echo. Low HP on Godlike as well. Makes his way back over into the boathouse. Just playing forward over towards the switch. Will get taken out after he finds Suggest.
Turret plays by B main to cover that angle. There's already one in market as well, so the crossfires are credible. Allow Good shooting, gonna get one. Looking for the last one. There in the corner, but it's gonna be a TP to back out. Perry's ready for it though, and Perry picks it up.
That pushes the issue, gets the finish on him. And that's gonna tie us up.
I'm telling you, every win that Nuturn gets on the attacking side just makes it feel like the noose is getting tighter and tighter around TNL.
We're noting, when Echo died in that kind of bizarre spot, the damage on the Godlike wallbanged.
Did it really?
Didn't finish him, but it knocked him down to like 40-something HP.
Oh my lord.
That's where the damage came from. But
that's insane.
Just lucky lineup there for Solo.
Yes.
An unfortunate placement for Echo, who's just in such a very bizarre spot.
Well, now he's got Hunter's Fury, so I would hope he's kind of playing a little bit more back, a little bit more safe.
Oh, looking for the lineup, and Solo pushes the corner. Oh no, does draw out with the lockdown. Pulls that one out, and that's a pretty costly mistake there.
At least he doesn't lose it. I think it stays, right? He didn't place it, so I think even though it's in your hands, I think it stays.
Yeah, because you can draw it out and then you can decide not to use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't completely lose the ultimate, but
yeah. I can't use it.
He was seconds away.
Yeah, from it being really bad. And that was only like pretty bad.
So a super impressive scope. But Perry, however, made his way over onto the A side. Popping the ultimate. Paranoia coming through. Locky has to pull back around the corner. The Hunter's Fury is rolling from the enemy, and he's just manages to re-peek with the help of Loud. Take down Godlike.
Great shock dart, too.
Yeah, the dart pushed forward. Echo does manage to find one. That's going to be the drop down, but Locky wins out on the exchange. 3 members still left standing here for Nuturn as they take the lead 4-3.
I mean, now they're starting to control mid, and now they're just out-fragging them. They're out-thinking them. You know, even though they pick up that early kill, you know, get rid of the op out of Solo's hands, that doesn't really disrupt too much of what they want to do. They're still just winning fights all over the place. It's really looking like TNL now is starting to kind of fall apart a bit. This is now 4-3 on the attacker side for Nuturn. When, you know, this is going to be you would assume having a Sentinel means, you know, their defense that's kind of what they're looking for more so.
Trying to throw the fault line to cut them off in the approach here to A. Slows them down just a little bit, but they will be able to take over the site. And now TNL have to try to go for this retake. Showstopper is up from Exy. Boombot to start. Around the back, TS trying to line up a shot. Doesn't manage to do so. Will get eliminated. Loud tries to set up a little bit of a one-way smoke, but it's not quite what he wanted. Does get tagged up through the wall, falls down to 29 HP as the flash points from Hell just look to stave them off. Exy pressing forward, finds one. Just down below, sprays through, finds Ritzy. That's huge, but look at the push coming through. Perry and Solo make their way up through heaven, through the window. They get the cleanup.
Yeah, that's just a great flank. That just causes all kinds of problems. It's a great slow up into heaven. I mean, the smokes are there to buy time, even though, yeah, that smoke from Alao wasn't the best, and he got outdueled by Exy there. It doesn't matter. You're buying a ton of time. You get the call that they're up there. Suggest gets a wall bang. They roll on through the backside. I mean, that's a great shot by Exy, but look at this. Everybody's just stuck in there. There's all kinds of utility being flung up inside of it. It's destruction.
TS with an operator in hand yet again. Looking up towards top mid. Corner peak not really going far enough out to draw a shot. TS creeping forward. It's got to be careful about this timing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, heard the jump out there from Suggest. That was almost a very dangerous situation for TS.
Nuturn's doing such a good job of being aware of TS, you know, his money situation, knowing that he's going to have an operator, and corner checking him, covering each other to make sure that he isn't able to push up through that mid area to look through Bell Tower. Here comes the lockdown, finally being able to use. He doesn't get shot with it in hand this time.
Yeah, and there's no Hunter's Fury available from Echo, so cannot clear this out. Blade Storm now ready.
You have to wait a bit in case somebody is inside of there.
Yep, but no one detained. Spike now getting planted, and it's yet again another rough retake position for TNL. I mean, look how far spread out Nuturn are right now. They're trying to catch anybody on these rotations. They might not realize that everybody's already kind of clustered up over towards the defender's spawn alley, but
yeah, their anti-retakes are so smart.
They'll start collapsing forward. Ritzy manages to find Suggest over by bench. Makes his way into market. Cloudburst coming down. Oh no, Exy, he saw him! Just drops the rocket right at his feet. Now presses forward into the back of Boathouse, and suddenly it is now Nuturn who kind of need to retake this one. Pushing around the corner. Ritzy somehow not falling to Solo. Completely misses a shot. He pushes back forward, gets the takedown, follows up onto Lakia, and that completely falls apart from Nuturn. They try to go for a fairly disengaged, well spread out defense, but they catch absolutely nobody on the rotations, and then they cannot retake the site.
Yeah, if you can't catch people on those rotations, then that retake setup isn't gonna do much, because all of a sudden you have nothing left on the site, and it does not fool TNL at all. And that rocket by Exy, the reaction to shoot right underneath his feet, what the heck is his sensitivity at? That is crazy.
I mean, he barely entered into the cloudburst, and he must have, just
He
heard.
just saw it.
He must have, I mean, even if he didn't see it, maybe he just barely heard Allow below him and then just let the rocket go. Either way, it was a huge pickup and really set the stage for them to be able to break forward onto the site. Decent delay tactics still by Nuturn with a Hunter's Fury to try to make it as close as humanly possible. Perry is not really respecting an aggressive push. It does get punished there over by Market. Cloudburst now coming down. Allow going to take a smattering of damage here from the grenade. As TS gets himself situated back up here into heaven. Cloudburst comes down to deny the vision, and he goes for the peek. Recon dart doesn't mean jack if it can't see you. Good little cover up there. Great reaction. And now the two-man advantage. Solo, however, brings it back a little bit closer. Gets the headshot.
Now, let's see what they can do. Solo gonna be lurking behind the boxes. Suggest getting ready with the flashpoint. Sends it up. Isn't gonna follow up after that. Aftershock coming in on the back end. Gonna back up. Along there is Godlike. Didn't take any damage from that. Fault line as well to keep buying time. And still haven't really been able to get this spike down.
Yeah. They're worried about the collapse as soon as they try to place it. Jump up here from Solo. Does he really want to try to peek this? Okay, he does. And he will manage to capitalize. Allow now lurking over through tree. Finds Exy. It's on the outside of the doorway. Recon dart forward. Not going to get a spot. There's a 2v2 with low HP members on the side of Nuturn looking to defend this. Push through the window. Allow caught off guard. And now it all comes down to Solo, who just gets sprayed down. Does have one nano swarm available. Gets one, but cannot follow up. Echo directly on top of him. Gets the finish, and TNL will get the round.
Yeah, it didn't confuse them at all, what Allow's doing. He's hanging out over in tree, and Ritzy isn't fooled. He waits to make sure. He knows that Allow wants to come up that backside. Catches him coming around the door. It's a really nice setup. Solo doing everything he can in that round. My word, guy was dialed in. Just too much at the end of the round there for him to handle. Goodness.
Well, 5-5. 2 in a row now here for TNL. Allow, I mean, it's a great kill, but does not need to be going for this kind of peak, over towards window at all.
Yeah.
It's quite costly. Just, play the hard angles. Wait for them to come to you.
That's a 50-50 out of that door if he stays outside of it, so.
Even less so, just because, you're going to have just that holder's advantage here.
Of course.
On land, so it's not even.
Well, if the person does come through window,
yeah,
he's got a 50-50 at that, and that's a really nice, essentially, defender's advantage. All right, Echo going to try to set play here with TS, see if they can pick somebody out with that recon drone, but
TS is really far forward.
Oh God, he's
Solo
gonna die.
is right around the corner. He will find the shot, but yeah, Suggest going to peek out. They make it a 1-for-1. It's a pretty costly one, so overall, getting the operator out of their hands might be good enough for you, but here comes the Odin spraying through, but the box is going to help absorb quite a bit of this as the ult orb gets picked up. Continues to spray in and just can't quite line it up. Solo dancing around the bullets.
Yeah, he's got the lockdown now as well. You got to be careful with that because you can, of course, shoot the lockdown through the wall as well. So it's going to have to try to find a different angle to try that. Ritzy gets caught lurking. Suggest not even hesitating on that one. They knew somebody was back there. They get that kill, and now they're maybe rethinking B. Exy had pushed up there as well. Okay, there we go. Now lockdown's in.
Yep, does come through yet again. Not going to have the Hunter's Fury available. He's trying to destroy it and will manage to get it with those darts, however. So still does deny the lockdown, but can they deny the plan? Godlike Trying to play in the back here. Echo manages to find one. Solo will take out Godlike. Now it all comes down to Exy in a 1v3 scenario. Solo knows exactly where he's going to be coming from, however, because the market, but Exy manages to get him. Headshot right through the corner of the archway. Just checking close, making sure that no one playing around the corner. One in Boathouse, one in the back, tries to snap on, manages to find Suggest. The Paranoia comes crashing through, and Perry has enough time to go ahead and get the finish. Whew. Damn close, though. Exy almost running it back.
Man, that looked like an easy win for Nuturn. TNL, I mean, Exy is just nuts. The guy is just crazy good. Gets that win on the duel with Solo. Solo's flick just a little bit off, and he oversteps it, kind of expecting someone to be over in main. Is ready just in case there's another. Blast packs over into Lumber just in case. Gets a huge headshot onto Suggest, and Perry barely able to win that with that Paranoia.
Such a panic move, and honestly, wouldn't guarantee anything, but with that Paranoia coming out, he knows he's in Boathouse. Maybe just chucking the blast pack to try to buy some extra time, knock him back in, offset his movement a little bit, offset his aim with the blast pack to buy a little bit of time for that Paranoia to expire. Might have been a good play, I don't know. Either way, he falls.
It's tough in that moment.
6-5. Oh, it definitely is. I wouldn't have even killed two of them.
Yeah, I would have looked. I would have looked grounded. Cried a little. But last round and a half. Let's see if TNL can even it up and maybe give themselves a chance juggling some guns. Over to the side here. See if they can maybe get the opening pick. Echo this time. No follow up from TS. TS just with the Vandal. Doesn't feel like he needs that. Well, probably couldn't afford the operator, to be honest, as a Blade Storm. Echo, Hunter's Fury. So, can kind of maybe see if you can get some value out of that. If you can catch him in B main, we've seen that before, where Hunter's Furies can really wreck a team's round. If he's able to get like a sense on when they're going to start coming in, with the timer the way it is as well, he might get something decent.
Dark cover's starting to come out. There's a flashpoint. Pulls back around the corner, just fast enough to avoid two. Gets himself pinned, however, as the flashpoints continue to fly. TS will find one, but then gets eliminated by Allow, who finds two on the round thus far. Holds it down for a third. Knives go out. Dashes up, and the right click connects. 7-5. Nuturn closed out the half with a lead.
Yep. Back and forth for sure. Great adjustments on both sides. And Nuturn, they are in the driver's seat. They are flying this plane towards Muyaho. Looking to land.
That's a dangerous place to be flying towards.
Yeah.
That's like your pilot being like, we're going to be flying into a tropical storm in just a moment, please. So everybody buckle your seatbelts.
I got to stop giving you opportunities to use your radio voice.
I mean, no
set
matter
you
which
up
side
for
of the bracket you're on, whether it's going up against Muyaho or you're getting ready to go up against Vision Strikers, it's a terrifying prospect no matter what.
Yep.
But yeah, either way, Nuturn, they're on the right track. It was a very solid start here with the attacks coming through. Now get ready to go on the defense to look to close this out. And TNL, they need to keep pushing the limit. They need to go hard in the paint. They need to be able to close this out on the attacker side. Yeah,
it's too late for the 80s montage for TNL. It's got to be it's got to happen right now. They got to level up, and it's going to be tough. Again, you have that Killjoy, so that makes things a little more difficult on the attacker side. To be frank, I mean, yeah, you have the duelist, but you gotta get it done. And I don't know, man. I mean, double duelist is nice. The raise is great on defense too. You can control a lot of space, but at the end of the day, execution is what it's going to come down to for TNL. Big time pistol round coming up once again. They won the first one. Can they come through, win another pistol?
Would be huge. Would essentially allow them to tie this up. Lakia already taking a ton of damage, now going to be permanently blind, it would seem. And there's just a ton of damage pushed out right now by TNL. So this is a very solid start for them. Two members down to 16 HP. Allow at 48 as he creeps around, just taking some shots through the smoke, trying to find any kind of connection that he could possibly get.
Yeah, they really pushed into mid hard.
TS at Gelato with the frenzy. Oh, he decides to peek. Manages to find one. That was low HP, however. Solo will take a tap to the chest. Falls down to 73.
Lakia going heaven. There's a dart there. That's going to stop him up for just a second. Trying to set up these crossfires. Try to get this retake successful. There's the opening for Solo.
Get one. Lakia dodging out on the flash. Gets the headshot. Drops down. Spots one in hell. Allow finding the kill. The boom bot will finish off Lakia, and Allow can't quite clutch it. XC with 3 on the round. We'll have a celebratory chuck of the paint shells as they do go ahead and take the first round.
That boom bot just patrolling. Doing a great job. Well done by XE. Held on by TNL. Again, that was a huge pistol round for them. And they win both pistol rounds here on Ascent, and that's going to give them a really good chance to potentially come through, win another one, tie things up, and see if they can get it done on the attacker's side. Again, Ascent, you know, a lot of people think it's a defender's map. Well, I wonder sometimes here in Korea. It definitely feels like attacker's side does really well. It kind of swings back and forth.
It's very swing. I mean, it comes down to. I mean, it comes down to whether or not you can defend, you know, your spike plants. Because a lot of teams get great entries, but then they have such awful ability to stave off the opponents.
Yeah, it's hard to set up crossfires on this one. The bomb sites are pretty tight. And the entry points into the bomb sites are kind of, they're also very small.
And B is the easiest to defend, but it's also, you know, probably the hardest to take, just given historically what we've seen from a lot of teams.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Bucky from Solo.
No boom bot. No boom bot for you. Actually, just in case somebody's trying to push forward to the Bucky. Throwing some damage in their face, but no, Solo just chilling by himself. 4 on to B, and if they make this push, this is going to be wild. I mean, this is the perfect setup for Nuturn to try to defend this. Near perfect.
Pressing forward, making a lot of noise now. No if, ands, buts are about it now, but are they going to be prepared for 4 members to already be bunkered down here in the site? Flashpoints flying, Lakia spotting one, just jumps up, gets the right clicks through, manages to find one. Solo with the Bucky will find another. Turn around, there's 3. And there's the finish. Thrifty win for Nuturn. Great turnaround for them.
Just not fooled at all. And then Solo, just no hesitation. Once the call is in that it's going to be B, they all fall back into boat. He comes around through into B main with the Bucky, gets him in the back line. Huge win for Nuturn. 8-6. 5 wins away from moving on to the semifinals for Nuturn. This is, I mean, they're so smart. They read their opponents so well in that round. It's just incredible. They just know. They're just like, well, they're going to go to B. They tried to kind of come through A a little bit. We just know.
Yep, definitely a great read. TS just checking a cloud burst up there onto short for a moment. XE lurks around. Sheriff drawn down.
Now all the money's gone for TNL. Those thrifties are just so brutal economically. They hurt you so bad. All right, Lakia, Owl Drone, hello. Yes, that is a jet. Gets tagged up. Doesn't see the spikes, so they still don't know exactly what's going on. Xe's still looming over by Gelato in the A main area, and this time they're going to start creeping through. Lakia, though, going to throw that dart around the corner. Now he knows because he heard a shot around there. He's going to get spotted himself. That's going to send him packing into boats.
Yeah, just pulling him back into the site. I mean, him getting spotted, not too big of a deal. Obviously, he's already sending out his own arrows. They know that he's going to be in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Gets a little bit of damage in onto Godlike. And now we'll drop back down into the site yet again. The drone moving forward. Shouldn't really be able to see too much. Solo spraying through that smoke. It's a decent hit here on the TS, who starts pushing down, and somehow Lakia just completely chokes in the aim. Doesn't get the shot. Solo, however, manages to find 2 before falling. As XE gets a little bit of cleanup. 2 members left. XE with the nades takes out Suggest.
Now, Allow got caught trying to come in through alley. XE gonna let fly. Doesn't catch. Parry, full health. Paranoia, an opportunity. Smoke as well. So we could get this done for sure. Just to switch over. And here we go.
Okay, dark cover being used. Paranoia flying. Hits one. Oh, no! Such a feels bad moment. XE just throwing the blast pack into his face. Gets the elimination for 4 kills in the round. What a play.
That's the best. I love that. X, he just booped him at the blast back.
Just wonderful.
Oh, God, yes. It's so good. All right, well, 8-7 now. That's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't whiff on those shots, though. Lakia just, I mean, that was uncharacteristic of him, missing those shots on the entry when he was defending it. Well, they know now it's Alau's turn, so it's time to start corner checking stuff. Just in case that operator's there. Hello, Lakia. Good cover.
Back off. Well, keeping him protected. XE creeping around at A. Perry waiting. Rotates back. Gets himself off the site. The spike moving forward as XE calls, I haven't seen any movement. I think that this might be okay. I think we can make an entry here.
They're looking for it. The thing is they're hiding themselves by window here. There's 3 of them over there. So, even if you can get in there, maybe you're not going to be expecting them to get there as quickly and as, with as many people as they have set up. So, Nano Swarm out at the door.
It's not much to try to counteract this lockdown if Solo decides to use this defensively. After Shock moving forward, jump up top, Solo finds TS. Very nice punish as XE is also down almost to half health. Spike starting to get planted. Shock darts just kind of jumping in up over the top. Doesn't get the hit, but there's the lockdown.
That one shock dart landed by the boxes on the roof.
And Solo would love for somebody to try to move in here. Shock dart gets a single hit in, but now it's going to be 3 members disarmed. Oh, hello. I see you around the corner. And with no way to clear it, it's just an easy retake for Nuturn.
Yep, bonk. Welcome to lockdown jail. There you go. That's a great setup, great retake by Nuturn. That's textbook usage of the lockdown. I mean, just, yeah, like you mentioned, there really wasn't much of a chance for them to get to it once it was placed. There's no Hunter's Fury. There's some shock darts.
They tried with the shock darts, but needed to land a boat. Didn't quite work out that way. So
that one shock dart though was so funny. It landed right on the roof. He tried to bounce it in, and it kind of deflected, kind of funky. Just didn't even make it to the ground.
Well, TNL, getting these spikes down, but again, not defending them, and that's one of the biggest things here. Drone forward, will spot one. They'll see the op over in mid. Get the dart onto Alau and see him pull all the way back.
And Alau's got to be careful. They're pushing hard through market.
But Solo is creeping in from behind. These cloudbursts going to expire pretty soon, but there is a little back angle there. Echo ready to catch. Alau finds TS. 1 for 1, now 2 for 1 as Alau does fall. Godlike coming in with the kill. Spike now being rotated here onto the site, and Lakia completely surrounded with nowhere to go. After Shock will further delay any aggressive pushing, and it's a 2v4 for any kind of attempted retake here for the side of Nuturn.
Yeah, I don't know about this. If you're Nuturn, this is going to be insanely difficult.
You can see they, truly have no idea where everybody from TNL is at.
No, when you have a little bit of utility and you have a fault. You have a fault line. Oh, now you do not.
Yep, gets the spot, sprayed through the wall. There's the finish, and there is Perry running for the hills.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no reason for Perry. At this point, you might as well just save the money, save the gun. It's just, yeah, good comeback again, going right in through market hard. And that's a great rush, great push, very smart. I mean, it's on the attacker's side. If you can gain control of market like that, it's really difficult for the attackers to do anything about it. And they might lose one in transition, and they even leave. They leave the Sova, they leave Echo at the benches, just watching in market in case somebody comes back there. Solo tries. He's very ready for it. It's just a really good setup, really good execution by TNL. What are you gonna do?
Play better. Well. No, it's it was a very solid start for them, and then they just took them down one after the other. The great lurk there in mid, and Echo to catch Solo really stopped all that flank potential that they were otherwise going to be looking for.
Now they're going to change the pace. setting another smoke in the mid. This time there's nobody even watching Market. I mean, Nuturn has got some... They've got some confidence because after getting kind of rushed through Market like that, and they're fine just backing off. Lakia's got an Odin, so they're confident to let him hold down B by himself. The spike is B side, so that's looking like where TNL will eventually want to go. They're trying to fake a little bit over towards A, and who knows, might send the Owl drone in to really try to fake it if they really felt like it. It's going to be Lakia sending his through into B. He's going to see a couple there, though.
It does get the spot on the 2.
With the jet there, that should alert you a little bit more, though, that this is going to be the site. And I'm not seeing any rotations from Nuturn just yet. I'm not.
It's still 4 stack.
Yep.
So, Lakia with the Odin. I mean, hey, this is winnable. If he just sprays and prays. Waits for it a moment.
Now.
Throws out the dart. He's going to wait to try to get some vision. And there you go. That's godlike down. Gets a little bit of damage through on Ritzy before falling. Decent amount of effort there. But Echo again with this deep lurk, just finding Solo for the 2nd round in a row. Takes him out, just denying any chance of, getting over to the side, building up anything. And that, okay, delayed reaction. Parry just strikes him down.
He might have been looking at his map.
Yeah, might have been looking, it had to have been looking elsewhere. Because he was not ready and not reacting. Fault line through, won't find too much. Flashpoint as they get ready. Oh, but TS just takes a shot through the smoke, finds Allow, gets the sense. Exy, instant peek, gets the headshot, and TS will close that out as Suggest falls. TNL keeping it going.
Yeah, if Echo keeps finding Solo when he's trying to come through on these flanks, that's going to be real tough for Nuturn on these retakes. They're slow on it too. I just don't. Maybe he didn't see the jet. I don't know if Lakia maybe just missed it. Like, he saw 2, but he should have recognized that a jet was over there. And that's when you got to be like, okay, well, this is probably where they're going to push. Because the jet, that's the entry. That's typically, not always, of course, but a lot of times.
Well, either way, we are now tied up 9-9. Nuturn very much being stopped in their tracks after getting those first 2 rounds in the half. It's been very swingy, but TNL picking up 2 in a row now. Look to take the lead. Well, Nuturn, are just going to be hoping and praying that they can somehow pull off a thrifty. But not even, full utility in the inventory right now. A frenzy, a couple sheriffs to try to hold this off. And you can see it's a Killjoy over at B that only has a sentry in mid and a single nano swarm waiting to be used. So this is not the firm hold that you really anticipate from a Sentinel.
Yep. He'll take the boombot out. Exy knows, or at least suspects someone's in line. Yep.
Okay. Tailwind's out, still nearly loses 30 health.
It's a good recognition by Exy, knowing they're going to be on the eco, knowing that, they're going to want to try to play forward as much as they can. Try and get some value out of those close-range situations. Being in wine there, if somebody lurks through. Good opportunity. TS up front with the operator. Oh, Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder does come through from Suggest. Exy lobbing in a blast pack as he makes his way to Market. Down here in the cubby, will get forced out. Exy gets the line up. Solo goes down. Allow pulling back over towards the site, but oh man, tries to get into Boathouse, kind of greeting for that position. Push around the corner, Exy latches on to Lakia, looks for a little bit more. There's 4, do we see 5? Yes, we absolutely do. TNL take the lead on the back of an ace by Exy.
Exy's coming online, baby. My goodness, just clicking heads front to back there. You don't even need to talk about anything else that happened that round. That was Exy. That is why he is considered one of the best in Korea. His aim placement so darn good. He finishes it off with a pistol of all things. Just ridiculous.
Swaps it out now. TNL within touching distance. 3 more rounds to go, but Nuturn still hot on their heels after that major save round. They're coming in, and they're pulling out all the stops. Operator here for Allow as he plays forward, gets this one-way smoke to see if anybody's going to peek at main. Exy is cheating up into this area.
He's been doing it a lot, so now they're trying to kind of make him pay for it. Using a using a rifle to take down the boom bot. Allows, gotta come forward, great shot!
Yep, manages to nail it. Gets a huge punish, great shutdown. And they'll just go ahead, chuck out another smoke, and that is Nuturn putting their right foot forward to try and tie us up yet again.
I mean, that's such a huge pickup. That really just completely takes the wind out of the sails for TNL. The momentum was all into Xe. He'd just gotten that ace. They had just won a huge round. They had just taken the lead. What a great turnaround set play for Nuturn. Now they've got to defend a potential A push here.
Jump forward, didn't spot anything, but you see the wrap around. They know this is going to be an ace high hit, so they try to get into position. Up in heaven. Rolling Thunder comes crashing through, does manage to hit Allow, but not before he can clip TS. Finds one, the paranoia is there, Suggest mowing them down. 2 kills, it is just Echo all on his lonesome now. They just spray straight through. They have this
we know you're there!
Yep, and they will find it. Suggest gets him in the end. Flawless round for Nuturn to tie us up.
Goodness. Well, we didn't get overtime on Haven. It was darn close. We were in a pretty similar situation. Actually, we were in almost identical situation.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty close. I mean, these two teams are so smart. They're so good. I mean, TNL is playing the ascent of their lives right now. They are just so good. I mean,
they're certainly trying.
Yeah, and Xe is just incredible. I mean, 21, 15, and 4. Having a wonderful, wonderful round. One more kill. He's going to have the showstopper there. Echo, Hunter's Fury. Alau's got to back way the heck up, though.
Getting themselves forward here, dashing down. Lakia barely manages to confirm the kill before falling to the nade. Perry way into the back, manages to find Ritzy. The rocket from Xe takes out Alau. Now, they move forward here, as it is a 3v3.
Spike down, though.
Yep, Spike is being held in the back. Perry holding this position, Solo and Suggest all rotating over, and they say, come on, we know you want it, we know you need it. Good luck taking it.
Not much utility other than some of Suggest stuff. I guess you have dark covers as well. Oh, he found his alarm bot. There, it's back. But, no, actually you got, with the breach basically having everything, that's actually quite a bit of utility and time you can buy. You can really wait this out.
Yep, Aftershock now to delay them being able to push out. Godlike, just with the fault line now used, answering fault line.
No.
Ready, Suggest tosses it, pushes the corner. Xe finds one. Godlike does fall. Perry. Ooh, yep, gets pushed. Xe, do we see it again? Suggest takes one's head off, and the blinds are so good that he is able to find Xe. Denies another ace. A Nuturn will move up 11-10.
Wow. I mean, Xe is doing everything he can to put this team on his back. 9 kills in the last 3 rounds, and he died, by the way, at the very beginning of the previous round.
Yeah.
He's so darn good, but Suggest just a little bit better. Just the timing on that.
Normally you say he's doing God's work, but he's doing Godlike's work. I mean, you can see him at the bottom of the standings with a 6, 16, and 8. Xe is really carrying the squad right now, just trying desperately to get them across this finish line.
I mean, to step up into that paint shell, Suggest to have the confidence to do that, the wherewithal, is incredible.
So damn close, but not going down without a fight. Allow. Does he continue going for the peak? He does. Oh, man. A little bit too much movement. Loses the accuracy. Doesn't get the shot onto the enemy Omen.
Where's Xe? That's what I'm asking right now.
He's at
Gelato? All right. Can we call it Butcher? There's a Butcher shop there. Like the front half of it is Butcher, the back half is Gelato.
Call it Butcher Box, I guess.
Butcher Box.
Well, Allow on the repeat does find Ritzy this time.
Oh. You can see TS. That's that Blade Storm. Want to see if he can maybe.
This would be.
This is
such an ego play if he goes for it.
I don't know, man. Okay, they're gonna try to overstack it. Collateral.
Okay, blind out. They get the push. Now they go for the rush. Dash up over the top. Blade Storm coming down, but TS is there. Allow can't quite figure out which way to look. Hunter's Fury going through. Gets one tag, but it's not going to be enough to kill. Sight. Entry is there from TNL. Several low members now as Xe just holds it down from Market. Looks for the lineup here on to Suggest. pulls back as the flashpoint gets ready to come through. Gets his way at the top of stairs. Needs to be careful. The fault line will connect. They start pushing. They're looking for him. Godlike has the crossfire to try to keep him protected. They move out. Exi goes down. Nuturn. They will be able to get this defuse.
Woo! I got to give TNL a ton of credit. This is such a good play to take advantage of the fact that Allow does not have his tailwind. They know that he's got an operator. They know that he's going to be playing up front. He misses the shot. They just dash right in, get ahead of him, even with the tailwind of their own from TS. He pulls out the Blade Storm, but TS is fast enough to take him down. That being said, the retake's insanely good for Nuturn. I mean, it's just...
Wow.
Axie can only do so much. Somebody else needs to get going for TNL. This is it. Match point.
One more to go. I mean, a great start, but TS collapsing. Exi holding his back angle, but unfortunately, just with the fault line, does end up dying in the end. It's just one map left to go for Nuturn. And they have so much at their disposal. No ultimates available at all on the side of TNL. There's a lockdown, a rolling thunder here.
Play for the retakes.
They absolutely can. Well, looking for the peek there off mid. No one giving him the opportunity. The weapons is just not there as well for TNL. 2 Spectres. Not what you want to see. Spot 1 should have heard the shots coming through on the sideline there from.
Yeah, there's 2.
So.
Yeah, 2 in market, waiting. I'm gonna throw a smoke out into mid to buy a little bit of cover for Allow to push out, waiting, seeing if they can maybe bait somebody out. Yeah, nobody's gonna bite. Nobody comes through mid top for Allow. Try to find that operator shot. So back over towards A. Still some setups around B. Gonna spray through with the Odin is Lakia. Doesn't find any connection there. And now is this gonna be go time?
He's gonna spray through again. Gets a couple shots through. Godlike falling a bit low. Aftershock will force him down. Oh, it's just, oh man.
He hit
a ton of damage on the Godlike. Rolling Thunder. Comes crashing through, Suggest knocking them all back, getting the dazes in. Xe with 1 HP, Lakia just sprays for 4. What a way to shut it down. 13-10, Lakia with the Odin, picks it up.
That is the Odin for you. That is why the Koreans love the Odin on that map. Just ridiculous. I was just sitting there, I'm like, just to hold the trigger down, just hold it down. There it is, baby. Huge win for Nuturn. They're gonna take it 2-0, and they will be the ones to face Muyaho.